Hello, pawb. Aunty Chris sydd yma. My story today is about a little girl called Anna who wanted a dog. So now, mae'n amser the story time. And my book is called The New Puppy. Anna loved dogs. She had china dogs and clockwork dogs, fluffy dogs and bedtime dogs. She had pictures of dogs on her bedroom wall, and she even had a pair of black and white doggy slippers. She had every kind of dog you could think of, except a real dog. Sometimes Anna would pretend her little brother was a dog. She taught him how to bark and crawl around the floor. Then she patted him and gave him a biscuit. "Good boy," said Anna. But it wasn't the same. Anna wanted a real dog. Her dad wasn't so sure. "A puppy needs to be looked after and trained," he said. "I could help," said Anna. "It would eat a lot of food and need exercise." "I could do that too," she said. "It wouldn't stay little for too long." "I like big dogs," said Anna. "You couldn't just change your mind and get rid of it." "I know," said Anna. It could be one of the family. Oh, she really wanted a dog, didn't she? Wherever she went, Anna looked at dogs. She tried to decide which one she'd like. Some were too long, some too tall, too loud, too sleepy, too neat. Some were too hairy and some were too big. Some too small, some too spotty, and some were just too silly. One day, Anna and her dad went for a walk in the countryside. They saw a field full of sheep and a farmer with a black and white dog. Suddenly, the dog ran across the field and began chasing the sheep through a gate. "Oh, look at that naughty dog," said Anna. "That's not a naughty dog," said the farmer. "That's my sheepdog. She helps me on the farm." "I wouldn't mind a dog like that," said Anna's dad. "Well, come and have a look in here," said the farmer, opening the door of the shed. Wonder what's inside. Oh! Inside was 6 of the sweetest puppies Anna had ever seen. The farmer told Anna their names: Teeny Tiny Tony, Topsy, Tiger and Tess. "They will all need a home," said the farmer. "Well, I think we could give one of them a good home, don't you, Anna?" said her dad. Anna didn't know which one to choose. They were all so lovely. Then one of the puppies chose her. The roundest, fattest, happiest of them all waddled across and licked Anna right on her nose. "That's Tess," laughed the farmer. "I think she likes you." "Yes," smiled Anna, "and I like her. You'll be one of the family, won't you, Tess?" Tess was still too small to leave her mother's side, so Anna had to wait a few weeks. It seemed like a long time, but Anna and her brother got everything ready. They found a bowl and put an old blanket in a cardboard box. At last the day came. Anna and her brother brought the puppy home. At first, Tess slept most of the time. She had lots of warm food and made puddles on the kitchen floor, but everybody loved her. Then she started chewing things. Her blanket on a cardboard box, the washing up gloves on the carpet, the plants, and even Anna's brother. "Naughty dog," said Anna, holding her chewed school book. "You can't eat the whole world." Anna and her dad went to the pet shop to buy a proper bed for Tess and something that she could chew. There were all kinds of interesting things for dogs: collars, leads, toys, whistles, biscuits, boxes, combs, brushes, shampoo, vitamins, rings, and even little coats. It took them a long time to choose a big red basket and a squeaky teddy. But when they came home, Tess wasn't there. They searched everywhere. At last, Anna found Tess in her bedroom. She was wagging her tail and looking very pleased with herself. Tess had chewed everything. Anna ran downstairs in tears, holding the pieces of her favourite doggy slippers. "I don't want that dog," she shouted. "She's only a tiny puppy," reminded her dad, "and she's a long way from her mummy." But Anna was still very cross at bedtime. In the middle of the night, she woke up. She thought someone was crying, but her brother was fast asleep. She tiptoed downstairs, and there was Tess, all sad and shivery. Anna unwrapped the squeaky teddy and gave it to her. "I'm sorry I shouted at you," she whispered. "I'll be your mummy from now on." When Anna's dad came down for breakfast, he found Anna and Tess fast asleep in the new red basket. Tess didn't stay tiny for long. She grew and grew and grew, and soon she was one of the family. Anna loves dogs. She has every kind you could think of. She even has a pair of very cute doggy slippers. But the best of all, Anna has a real dog.